Want to create a lifetime of memories this spring? Do you remember the joy of jumping as a child? If only there was a way your own kids could experience that same joy safely. Spring Free Trampoline has been engineered to eliminate 90% of product-related injuries. The Spring Free design boasts no springs and a flexible enclosure and proudly offers a 10-year warranty. That's peace of mind. Lock in your ultimate backyard safe space before summer arrives. Visit springfreetrampoline.com.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You guys, actor Jake Johnson, you remember him? He played Nick in New Girl, the bartender dude.
Yeah, I don't remember him by name, but I could see his face.
Yeah.
I loved his character on New Girl.
Yeah, he just did an interview where he recalled his experience working with Tom Cruise on the film The Mummy, which, unfortunately, Tom Cruise's Mummy did not get good reviews.
Nope.
But he said that Tom, he recognized Tom's passion in the leaked audio from the Mission Impossible 7 set. And he did say, Tom, he's an intense guy.
Yeah, he's an intense guy. And all he really wants to do, he wants to entertain an audience. And if you're not all about that, you're going to get knocked off the Bronco. Because he is there to entertain an audience, and he's willing to really put himself in harm's way to do it. We, jumped over buildings together that exploded. We were on a 3-story building that collapsed, and I landed on my back and told him that something went wrong because I got hurt. And he said, injured or hurt? And I said, what's the difference? And he goes, can you go again? Or is something broke? And I was like, no, I can go again. Then he goes, so you're hurt? And he goes, of course you're hurt. You fell off a 3-story building. He's not faking it. When he's holding onto a side of the plane and it takes off and that wind is hitting his face and it looks like it's ripping his skin open, because it's ripping his skin open.
Wow, it sounds like Tom Cruise is just, like he said, intense.
Dude, he sounds like Herb Brooks from the U.S. men's hockey team, the Olympic hockey team from 1980.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you injured or are you hurt? It's like that whole scene from the movie Miracle where he's like, oh, he's just bruised. He could still play. And they started calling the guy pretty much, the P word, and hilarity ensued.
I wonder if that's where Tom Cruise got it. When, that if he was inspired by Herb.
I don't know. It just sounds that just sounds like something that probably has happened over the course of time for Tom Cruise, where he's like, hey man, I can still do my stuff when I'm hurt. You're not injured.
Yeah, this guy, it seems like he's got just a switch. It's on, it's off, or it's on to 110%.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't seem like there's any middle ground with him.
Are we sure there's an off button? Because I don't know if I've ever seen stories where Tom just seemed like he was chill.
Yeah, you may be right about that. Now I get why he was jumping up and down on Oprah's couch. It seems like he's just always at that speed.
Yeah, he wasn't injured. He wasn't hurt. He was in love.
Wow.
Love is terrifying when it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it is. And I haven't heard anything about Tom and, using any sort of artificial stimulants, which means he may be somebody who just runs high. And I'm a person that understands that, running high, having that just energy that sometimes people will go, dude, will you just calm down? He might be that guy.
Yeah, but that's where the comparisons end, BJ, because if you're injured or hurt, you're not doing something.
That's a good point. You're absolutely right. That's my off button, brother. Anything happens. I will say, my ankles still bother me when I rolled it. I probably should get a day off, Steve. I feel like I need a day off.
I'm actually shocked you haven't taken one.
Yeah, I know what's happening to me. I'll tell you why, because I'm intense, dude. I'm all for entertaining.
So, BJ, so when you rolled that angle, was it falling off a third-story building?
Yes.
Doing your own stunts there?
Oh yeah, I was doing intense walking. Let me tell you, buddy.
Was your skin peeling off your face?
Oh, it was peeling off my ankle.
Side of an airplane.
Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird pressure if you're an actor with Tom Cruise around, because you just know you can't half-ass it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's whether it's a good or a bad thing, I mean, I think it's more of a good thing. Like, he's willing to do the things that you just need to do for the film, and like, he's not going to be someone that's like, I don't want to do that. Like, so like, if he's had that attitude and he's the A-lister, he's the number one guy on a film, how do you even like act like as if like you don't feel like doing something in a day?
Yeah,
you're like, well, crap.
That doesn't save the film. The Mummy was awful.
Well, I'm not saying he's like going to make a movie great. Yeah, I mean, Tom Cruise can't polish a turd.
That's
fair.
No matter how hard he tries.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's just good at jumping off of buildings and almost getting hurt.
Right.
And if you need a story, all right, well, maybe someone else should be involved.
Yeah.
You know who we have to ask? And gosh, I can't think we never thought about it. But next time Simon Pegg is on the show, because he's a buddy, he's worked with Tom in all the movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Simon seems like a relatively chill guy. So I wonder how it's been on set, because I haven't heard any complaints. Of course, his character doesn't have to do many stunts, so maybe that's why. Oh, man. We got a doctor who lost his job because he thought, what would be a good idea? Flash people at a Target. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:19 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
The world needed a safer trampoline. Dr. Keith Alexander, inventor of the Spring-Free Trampoline, wanted to bring the joy of trampolining to his daughter. His wife said they were too dangerous, so he invented his own. Spring-Free Trampoline is the world's safest trampoline, with no springs or hard edges. Now, parents can have peace of mind that their kids are outside jumping safely. To learn more, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
New on Curiosity Stream. Are we close to building machines that are almost human? And can new technology give us superpowers? Find out on Super Sapiens. And in 1919, a British composer wrote the longest and most complex symphony in history. Conductors tried to perform it, but failed, declaring it cursed. Now a group of musicians will attempt the impossible, if they dare, on Curse of the Gothic Symphony. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Miggs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Advanced Hair Restoration for giving us the Miggs Report. And today is a special day for those of us that love music and love records, because today is National Vinyl Record Store Day. Or Vinyl Record Day, not just the store, but that's where you can get the vinyl.
Okay, there you go.
So I know, Rev, you like collecting vinyl or purchasing vinyl, so does Danny and myself. Vicky, you into it? Or do you have one? BJ, I know you love vinyl pants that you wear, but I didn't think you like vinyl records.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Look, it's an interesting phenomenon, Steve, because all of us really, I remember thinking, God, I can't wait for a better music delivery system than vinyl.
Yeah.
Because it just was scratchy and
a chore to go every 15 minutes. You have to flip it practically.
Yeah. Well, then you make sure your needle was right, because if it wasn't right, it would bounce around, ruin the record. And I just thought, God, I hate this technology. And when CDs came out, I was so excited, not realizing, of course, that there was a sound quality loss that I wasn't appreciating at the time.
What I love about vinyl is that it makes you more invested in whatever you're listening to, because you only have you will be listening to it for about 15 or 20 minutes, and you have to flip it. You're playing with the artwork. To me, it's more of an experience than just like listening to the music. It's like, okay, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this vinyl. A little bit harder right now with Baby Tatum, who likes to press every button on my record player whenever I try and do that. So, maybe I'm going to listen to it on a faster speed. Who knows? It's always a crapshoot with her. But I want to ask you guys that do collect vinyl, do you have one piece of vinyl that's your absolute favorite?
I think it's my Hozier album, just because I love the way his voice sounds.
See that her guy?
Like, take me to church.
Yeah, her. Sounds like that.
Great impression.
It's just such a beautiful voice, and just like the vinyl. Like, there's some albums I don't think should be on vinyl, like pop kind of music. I feel like it needs to be something like a Hozier or Chris Stapleton, which those are my two go-tos.
Oh wow! So you definitely think some genres and some artists should not be on vinyl, and some should. Interesting.
It's not the same feel, I guess.
A certain warmth to it, and bumping Katy Perry on vinyl is not necessarily the same as maybe listening to Chris Stapleton. Not that I would say not to listen to Katy Perry on vinyl, okay, or vinyl or viral. Danny, what about you?
It's probably my 20th anniversary of Smash Offspring album. I bought it.
Wow.
I bought it when it came out, and it was like a super limited edition one where they sent it to me like in a wood box and everything.
Oh, those are cool.
And I haven't touched it. I won't open it. It's more for show than anything. But it was just kind of like, this is my pinnacle record. That
makes me think of I have a Mother Love Bone box set, and you open it up, and it's a fun experience. It's got all this cool stuff inside of it, artwork, and it's just a cool piece to have. In addition to also having Mother Love Bone on vinyl.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Rev, is it orgy?
It is not, dude. I gotta see if I can find a vinyl orgy. Wait.
Borrow BJ's vinyl pants for that.
Did not sound right.
No, have a vinyl orgy anytime you want.
Actually, it would be In Excess's Greatest Hits. I just bought it, and it's amazing.
Such an underrated band, even though they were hugely successful. But I don't think anyone brings them up anymore.
Like, that album Kick has basically every song on that album is amazing. So the Greatest Hits on this is just fantastic.
I think for me, it's Pearl Jam's Unplugged, MTV Unplugged performance.
Oh, nice.
Solely because I remember being a kid watching that and taping it off of the television and listening to it on a cassette, always wishing that one day they'd put it out. And then eventually they did put it out on a record store day, and now it's also available on all streaming services. But for a little bit of time, you can only get it on vinyl, and it was such a cool thing to have. And that would always be my go-to, because it's like that's the only chance I got to listen to it in decent quality, high quality. So, happy National Vinyl Record Day for everybody.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's move on over to Duke University, where a doctor got in a little bit of trouble. He was at Target.
All right.
Most people go to Target to get everything.
Oh, yeah, Target's awesome.
Well, this cardiovascular surgeon, he wanted to give everything.
Okay.
And by give everything, he was arrested for flashing women at the Target in North Carolina.
Okay, what? And you say he works for Duke?
Yes.
Okay.
He's their cardiovascular surgeon at Duke University.
Was he trying to show that his blood flows well, so he's qualified for the job? I don't understand.
Possibly, but it didn't help him, BJ. He got fired because of this.
Oh, geez, I wonder why.
I don't know why either. Well, here's some witnesses talking about what they saw.
I didn't even know about this had happened over here. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Yes, it is. He's a doctor. I can't believe this.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
What kind of doctor would do this?
Why is he showing his stethoscope? I don't understand.
What kind of doctor?
Wow. What happens to a human being that just decides this is what they should do?
Well, we did say the other day that all surgeons are psychopaths. So
there you go.
Hey.
Good point. And I mean, who hasn't walked into a Target just wondering what would it be like to take off all your clothes?
It's getting hot in here.
Just me?
You can wonder that.
Just you, buddy. I mean, I know the heat wave's affecting you, but don't do that.
All right, now, this is, I think, the third story we have in the last couple of weeks of somebody being duct taped to a seat on an airplane.
What?
Wow.
Another one?
Yes. This time it's a 13-year-old. And this happened, there was a flight going from Maui to Los Angeles. I got to imagine that the kid just didn't want to go back home. I mean, Maui is a wonderful place, so he was mad.
Yeah.
He's young, and that's just me speculating. But he was mad at his mom for some reason, arguing with his mom, threw a big tantrum, fighting with his mom. It got to the point where he was trying to kick out a window on the plane.
Oh!
So that's when the flight attendants had to show up and help the situation, kind of, do whatever they had to do, which included grabbing a roll of duct tape and duct taping him until they were able to divert the flight to Honolulu. So, hey, got to stay in Hawaii.
Wow, that did not take long then. If they were close enough to go to Honolulu from Maui, he must have started early.
Well, I mean, right from the get-go. Mom, I do not want to leave Hawaii.
Wow. Yep. Okay then. Boy, that's an ungrateful kid right there.
That's the third story. Like I said, like a month and a half of somebody being duct taped to a seat.
Yeah, if you wonder if people are losing their damn minds, I mean, you just came from Hawaii. That is the one place where you're supposed to be chilled and whatever. And apparently it didn't work. This kid needed to be duct taped.
Oh, another guy who's not chill is this guy in Iowa. He was accused of making a false bomb threat and also threatening to injure employees over at a McDonald's.
Oh, come on.
All because he did not get the dipping sauce that he wanted for his chicken McNuggets.
Oh, okay. For a minute there, I thought it was
seems kind of fair there.
Justified.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't realize that.
Really.
Yeah, okay.
Dummy. Not the only dummy at a McDonald's, BJ. A guy in South Carolina. I can't even believe this, but imagine going to a McDonald's and you look over at one of the tables. There's somebody enjoying their McDonald's meal while a dude is tattooing a teenager.
Huh?
Yes, a minor.
Wait. This is at a McDonald's.
At a McDonald's.
I didn't know that you could have like a pop-up tattoo shop.
Yes.
Anyway, I had no idea.
Yes, Grimace will tattoo you.
Oh, great.
If
Thanks,
you
Grimace.
get a certain Happy Meal.
Oh, great. Yeah, some come with a toy, others come with a free tattoo.
Yeah,
right.
Some guy's just giving a tattoo to a kid in the middle of a McDonald's restaurant.
Okay.
The tattoo artist is a 28-year-old by the name of Brandon. He's now in trouble because somebody got video of it. They let the cops know. They don't know exactly how old the kid was, but it looked like he was a teenager, but he was definitely underage.
Wow.
And yeah, he's facing charges for tattooing a minor, tattooing without a license, so he's not even a tattoo artist.
Nope.
And also, he was already on probation for assault and battery, so they believe that this is a violation of his probation.
You think this guy's got issues of just like, basically staying in line, following the orders. Okay.
It's like, I want a tattoo. Have you talked to Brandon? Go to the McDonald's. He's always there.
There you go. Get yourself a shake and a two. What's with the Carolinas, Steve? We got a flasher in North Carolina and an illegal tattoo artist in South Carolina. I'm starting to worry about the Carolinas.
They've gone, as the kids say, cray-cray, BJ.
That's what the kids are saying?
Oh, they say cray-cray now?
No,
that's what they do.
No,
wow,
it's just old
right.
people.
He was on fleek with that line.
Oh. All right, hey, congratulations to Mariners legend Edgar Martinez. Yesterday, which was August 11th, which is pretty cool because his number was 11, so they decided to pay tribute to Edgar. And they have a giant statue now at T-Mobile Park.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. Big sculpture, similar to the one that Dave Niehaus has and Ken Griffey Jr., actually done by the same guy that made those statues. Obviously, Edgar, well-loved here, 7-time All-Star. 18 years in a Hall of Famer as well. And he threw out the ceremonial first pitch, and he was good luck, BJ, because the Mariners won yesterday, beating the Texas Rangers 2-1, thanks to Luis Torrens with a walk-off ninth-inning single to bring in a run and win the game for the Mariners.
Do it!
How about the Mariners have had 38 one-run games, which is the league lead this season, and 24 of those games have been wins.
Yeah, it makes sense because their pitching's been decent and they can't hit.
Yes.
So that really makes sense that they have a lot of one-run games. And, it's you said 32?
They had 38 one-run games, and 24 of them have been wins.
That's a really good one-run record. Usually that's the sign of a good team. It's unfortunate that, they're just, they got issues.
Hey, they win. Well, they won.
Hey, win. Hey,
hopefully they win again today. 1 o'clock the game is, so if you want to enjoy a nice afternoon game at the park, go today and go see the Mariners, DJ.
All right, then. You know what? Hey, win.
Hey. It's going to be hot, though. Yeah. So make sure you, get a Mariners tank top or pasties or something. I don't know.
Pasties?
Whatever. Well, some people want to be shirtless at the Mariners games.
You can go with one of those little neck fans.
I didn't know Mariners had pasties. You know what? I'm very excited to get this new item.
Oh, yeah. You purchase them at the McDonald's right by
Oh, okay. I want to get a tattoo as well. Today's going to be a great day. Yeah.
It's going to be 91 degrees today here in Seattle. I think I saw in Puyallup, 99 degrees. Today and tomorrow. What the hell?
Oregon's in the triples.
Yeah.
We're in the triple digits, yeah.
And thanks to Schick Shadle Hospital for giving us the Mix Report, and that's what's up.
Damn, dude. Yeah, there's a heat wave all over the country, but I don't know what's causing it. You know what? I looked to science, but I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to.
I blame the sun.
The sun is definitely responsible. Nobody points to the sun for all this, do they? They always come to us humans, trying to blame us humans, but it's the sun.
Nobody just point blank says what. That's the elephant in the room, BJ. It's the sun's fault.
You figure after all this time, there's someone to figure out how to chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? It's been in the galaxy for how long? Figure it out, son.
You know, all these conspiracy theorists. Bless you.
Oh, Danny's pissed. Look at that. He just...
I am.
Yeah. Hey, good news. Jeopardy has announced their permanent hosts. That's right. I said hosts with an S. There is going to be more than one host of Jeopardy, kind of. By the way, I think this is lame as all hell. Not that this guy isn't really qualified, but this is the lamest ever because they had this stupid contest where supposedly, I mean, they were trying out people, guest hosts or whatever.
Was it a contest? I never said one lucky guest host will win the job. It was just a slew of guest hosts until they announced their host.
I felt it was implied. I really felt it was a sort of unofficial contest. Like if any of these people could be good. Well, everybody was sort of unofficially going, hey, we thought it should be Ken Jennings. I mean, Ken Jennings was the front runner.
Or LeVar Burton.
Not really, yeah, but LeVar was popular, but I think after people saw him, they realized, okay, he got
overhyped.
The guy.
Yeah. They built him up too much.
It's too bad. I really wanted LeVar, but I mean,
he
there was
dropped
a lot
the ball,
of pressure.
BJ. We don't need that.
I know, and so it didn't surprise me that LeVar didn't get it, but it really surprised me that, hey, guess who got it? Executive producer Mike Richards. Hey.
Oh yeah, this game was rigged since the beginning.
Yeah, who's in charge of picking the host? Isn't it the executive producer?
I feel like it is. Do I know this guy? I mean, I'm not a Jeopardy guy. I mean, did we ever see much of Mike Richards or just see his name on TV?
It was just his name on TV, and it was basically he's been watching and being Alex Trebek's executive producer for at least the last year and a half or so. So it was always going to be him unless he completely and utterly screwed up on the show when he did it.
Well, listen, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the latest episode of Ted Lasso. But I feel like this is a lead tasso. I feel like this is a reversal to get us to hate him being the sorbet, and then they'll probably name somebody else down the road. That's what I really believe.
Oh, no, I don't think that at all.
You think he's like, I'm the guy.
This'll be him. People I've read some things where people are stating that it's not, the host shouldn't be a celebrity on Jeopardy because they try to make the contestants the celebrity when you get so many games played and all of that.
Yeah, was Alex Trebek a name before Jeopardy? I don't know.
He did some other game shows.
He was a game show host. Okay.
But that was it.
Yeah, he was he was as good as anybody they had. He wasn't, Wink Martindale, I forget who, there's another guy. I can't think of he's a really good guy, but I can't think of him.
Chuck Woolery.
Yeah, that's the guy, Steve. Thank you. That's exactly who I was thinking of.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is the GOAT. And so he wasn't that, but definitely Alex Trebek became the guy of Jeopardy. I mean, outside of like some of the great winners they had, but Chuck was, not Chuck, I should say. Alex was the guy.
Well, in all fairness, this Richards guy, apparently he's got a good track record of giving people money on game shows because he was once the executive producer at The Price is Right and apparently fired one of the models because she got pregnant and then a big lawsuit happened and they...
Really? That's him?
Yeah.
It's the same guy?
Yeah, so he's good at giving out money, man.
How does he get the job in the current state of affairs and no one's brought that up? Wow.
Oh, no, a lot of people brought it up. He's apologized and made statements about it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about that. That's funny.
I didn't realize he was the same guy. I heard about that story. I didn't know Mike Richards was the guy.
He was a part of the lawsuit. He was like the co-executive producer, and so that was like a big issue, and so people were bringing that up, but he's gone on and say, like, hey, I didn't try to disrespect anybody's pregnancy and all this. It's one of those stories where,
I don't like this move. I look at it this way. There has to be someone out there who's talented enough to be able to do this job without the executive producer being the guy to do the job. That would be like, one of our management team. Well, I know you do because you always like to see the world burn a little bit. As a person that works in the talent end of a business, it would be like, a general manager going, hey, I could do this job. And then they go ahead and replace a morning show with him. That would irritate because I work for general managers who have said they could do the job and try to tell me how to do the job. And it's like, you've never done this your entire life. Now you're going to be this person.
But he has, he was one of the hosts of this revolving door of hosts.
Oh, he was oh, really? And I didn't even know that. Did he get good reviews? I guess he must have.
his ratings were just under Ken Jennings.
Yeah.
Like Ken Jennings had the top one, but Mike had the next to top.
All right. Well, if he went out there and did it and people were happy with him, then all right, I'll shut my mouth.
He didn't suck. Yeah, he knows the system. He knows how to do it, and because he's been behind the scenes for how long. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It was literally his to lose at that point.
Yeah, I mean, Conan O'Brien at one point was a writer for the sitcom for The Simpsons. At some point, he was able to step up and become a TV host.
All right. I will stand corrected on this. Besides, that's not the biggest news. The biggest news, Steve, is Blossom is also going to be, there you go.
I was hoping Six would have gotten the gig.
Yeah,
but,
sorry, buddy.
She was way too annoying, man.
I didn't see any of Mayim Bialik's hosting of Jeopardy, so I don't know how well she did, but apparently good enough that she's hosting primetime specials and spin-offs for ABC, including the upcoming National College Championship. I mean, it makes sense because her character on Big Bang Theory was very smart. So I feel like I don't know if Mayim is very smart in real life or not.
So. Yeah,
I have no idea. Oh, is she? Okay,
a pretty high level of education.
I think she's got a PhD.
Yeah.
Oh, all right then. Well, then it makes sense on both levels because she played a real smart person on TV, and of course she's a smart person in real life, and a very likable person. So I'm happy she got this. I kind of wish that she got the main one, to be honest with you, because again, Mike Richards, for crying out loud, stay behind the scenes, okay? Let the
Mike Richards reminds me, as a hockey fan, like I was a big, obviously Devils fan growing up, and the owner, who's now the owner for the New York Islanders, is the guy Lou Lamoriello. And Lou I
remember Lou, yeah.
Luke sometimes just kind of went to the beat of his own drum. So at one point he got rid of the coach and just said, screw it, I'm coaching. He was like the owner or president of the team. Yeah. And he's just like, F it, I'm going to do it. And he did that a couple of times during his tenure as the guy that ran the Devils.
How'd that go?
It didn't go terrible. You'd expect it to go a lot worse. Like the team didn't play all that bad, but it was just like, what is going on? There's all these coaches that you can get, and you're just like, screw it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, there is, every once in a while you do have owners that are a little bit too involved, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's very much involved.
It's a little too involved.
That's awesome.
And, I'm with, like, when I first heard Mayim Bialik, I was like, interesting. But then you start thinking about, like, how her character is and just, like, her personality. I'm like, she does have a good vibe for being a Jeopardy host.
Oh, yeah. That's why, honestly, if they think, that's why I think it may be sorbet. If Mayim does well on these guest ones, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike steps aside. Though, he did.
So he's like the new Coke?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Especially, I don't know. Of course, with his history, I think I would have gone to him and said, dude, is it good for business that you have that history that people are going to bring it up? Do you want to be that person? Unless he wants to be hated, and that it just makes the new host look better.
Also, it says Mayim Bialik is a neuroscientist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got a doctorate.
Sounds like she's intelligent.
Well, it feels like...
You know what? I refuse to watch Jeopardy now because of all this.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I can start using those questions then.
Well,
yeah, good job,
I was never watching Jeopardy.
Oh, I know.
So you're good.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. This isn't going to change anything for me.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right.
What movie had the famous line, I wish I knew how to quit you?
Wish I knew how to quit you. Oh, crap. Brokeback Mountain.
Yes.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, good job, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a Jeopardy question. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs. We'll do that at 6:52 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
The world needed a safer trampoline. Dr. Keith Alexander, inventor of the spring-free trampoline, wanted to bring the joy of trampolining to his daughter. His wife said they were too dangerous, so he invented his own. Spring Free Trampoline is the world's safest trampoline, with no springs or hard edges. Now, parents can have peace of mind that their kids are outside jumping safely. To learn more, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.